is Rick Sager, and this morning I want to talk to you about something that I'm calling eternal impact, and a little bit of a background on that. This past June, Jane and I were up in Wisconsin, and we were doing a nomads project at a church camp. And our routine was we were staying in our trailer, and I would get up every morning about 6:30, and I'd go for a hike or a jog or exercising or whatever. Come back about 7:30, have breakfast. We would then go to devotions at 8, and then we would do our work for the day. And one morning when I was walking back toward the camp and I was thinking about some of the projects that we had been doing, a little voice came to me. The projects that we had been doing, Jane and another lady spent 2 days painting the inside of 2 outhouses. I ended up with another guy replacing all the poles that hold up water for campers. We built shelving units and display units so that the camp could store and display t-shirts for sale. We rebuilt some cabins so that the campers could use it, doing some carpentry and electrical things. Lots of neat projects. But the little voice that kind of came to me said, so how many of these things are having a lasting impact? And as I thought about that, I thought, those outhouses are going to disappear at some point. Those cabins are already old, they're going to be replaced. The shelving units that we're building have a lifetime of whatever. But I started thinking about, so what is a lasting impact? And then I looked at the campers there, and I thought, impacting those campers and bringing them closer to God, now that is a lasting impact. So I went home and wrote in my daily devotional something, part of my prayer, and that is, God, show me today something that I can do that will have a lasting impact or an eternal impact. Show me the opportunity, and then give me the courage to take advantage of that opportunity. And since I've been doing that, some interesting kind of funny things. One of them was I was talking to a gentleman that I didn't know, and he was telling me about a divorce that he had gone through recently, and he was obviously in a lot of pain. And so I just stopped and prayed with him, and that was kind of neat. Another thing is there's a gentleman that where I live, most people don't like, and he's having some health problems, and I'm kind of befriending him. I bicycled over to his house. I spent some time with him. He's not my favorite person, but I'm looking more at eternal impact than anything else. And even one of Dinah's favorites, and that is trying to increase the numbers in our Sunday school class. Something as simple as inviting someone to Sunday school can have an eternal impact. So I heard that little voice, and I don't know if it was God speaking. God doesn't identify himself when I hear those little voices to me, but it may have been. And so that message is for me, but I thought, could that message also be for people at Homestead? And I think it could be for 3 reasons, or in 3 ways. First, I think people at Homestead also need to focus on eternal impact. When they wake up in the morning, if they do the same prayer I do, God, show me the opportunity and give me the courage, I think they'll maybe identify ways that they can have that impact also. And I think that's what we're all about. A second thing is at Homestead, we're already doing as a church a number of things that are having an eternal impact. I think of our food pantry, I think of NET, I think of the liturgical dancing, I think of our Sunday school classes, and the list goes on. I think participating in any of these events is a way for people in our congregation, or you who are watching this video, can have an eternal impact. And then the third way that I think of is our church is doing a visioning exercise on September 17th, the weekend of September 17th. And as we're looking at where do we want our church to be 5 years from now or 10 years from now? One of the things that I think we should keep in mind is how can we have the biggest eternal impact on both people in our congregation and people in our community as we're going through that visioning exercise. So that's what I wanted to convey this morning. Eternal impact, it's important. As I was thinking about that, I was thinking when I die and go to heaven, I wonder if anyone is going to ask me, so how many outhouse walls have you painted? Or how many shelves have you built? Or will people or someone ask me, how many lives have you impacted eternally for the kingdom? And I think it's the latter. So my final parting comment for you this morning is 2 words that I'd like you to remember: eternal impact. And as you wake up every morning, think of those words. Ask God to show you opportunities where you can have an eternal impact on someone, and then to give you the courage to act that out. This is Ric Sager, Just Sayin'.